And we are ready for our second professional bout of the evening. New Zealand versus Australia. She weighs in at 53.2 kilos, making her professional debut after an extensive amateur career. Please welcome Elli Bliss. And her opponent, making her way to the blue corner, from Queensland, Australia. She is known as Miss Bliss. She has one professional fight and one victory. Put your hands together for Elli Bliss Reynolds. This bout is sanctioned by the PBC.
Now, would you look at that? This is one of the ones I've been looking forward to. Don't sleep on this one. This is the second main event or professional fight of tonight. Both these girls, like I said earlier, they're not holding nothing back. They're not taking an easy fight. They're ripping into their first pro debut as pretty much, hey, I'm here, 1-0, I'm going to take this out.
Yeah, you can see there, Ellis, the confidence and the swagger she's got walking into this fight.
Both these girls, extensive records behind them in the amateur ranks. Miss Bliss even had a couple of MMA fights. Holly Mayhem McMath, extensive background or amateur background career as well. And look at Miss Bliss coming out so aggressive. Look how sharp these two are as well. Just a different caliber, a step up from all the other fights tonight.
There we go. And, you know, at the same time, they're 53 kilos, you know, so a bit south of, you know, on the scales to what we've seen for most of the night. And as you can see, fast hands, fast combinations inside.
Now, if you want to watch skills, you watch both these girls. Holly McMath, she's a former Golden Glove flyweight champ, now makes her pro debut against Miss Bliss from Australia. She's got to work cut out for it, but Miss Bliss is holding her own tonight against McMath.
That's it, you know, and you can see, you know, she's comfortable in there. She's done this before. And just coming into the ring, you can see the confidence. She's comfortable. Actually, yeah, she's had a professional bout already. You know, so she's familiar with what's on the line here.
Looking at Miss Bliss too, she looks like the slight heavier of the two, just a bigger frame. You know, standing a bit more stronger on her stance there and throwing those punches. But where that is, Holly McMath will use her, you know, her nimbleness, her, you know, that pitter patter. She's got that fast jab movement.
Yeah, she does. Holly does have fast hands, good boxing ability, you know, and you know, at the same time, she's tough, you know, she's got the technical side, but if she doesn't mind getting into a fight.
Just looking at this now, though, Miss Bliss looking the bigger of the two, such a strong stance, so aggressive. You've got to love that from the Australian fighter here tonight.
Yeah, she's coming out guns blazing, and she probably senses that, you know what, I am the bigger, stronger person in this, so I should use that physical sort of size advantage, and you know, and make it hard for Holly, make it a hard night, make it uncomfortable.
And we've got to note too that, you know, that's why there is a size difference tonight, because Holly McMath has come up in weight class tonight. That's why there is a bit of a sizable weight difference, and you can clearly see it here on the screen tonight.
Yeah, and you've got to respect her for that on your debut, coming out with someone that's had a bout already in the professional ranks, also a bit bigger. You know, that's a bold move.
Making a statement though, and she sure did in that first round. You know, Miss Bliss, the aggressor of the two. You can just tell there's a different technique, there's a different finesse about this fight tonight, and these girls are stepping up to the challenge.
You can see, you know, Miss Bliss has really brought it on in the first round. You know, she senses that advantage, and I think, you know, that's going to be the game plan for this bout. You know, let's make the smaller, quicker Holly. Let's take her out of her game and make this a physical match.
Hope those all watching back home tonight on this online historical event via Corvus Digital Media. A big shout out to all our watchers in Tawasi, Gold Coast. Trainer Shane Martin as well out of Australia, the Goldie for Miss Bliss, and all our New Zealand fight fans supporting Holly Mayhem McMath as we get ready now for round 2.
Let's see, what are the tactical adjustments going to be for Holly? You can see already she's using her feet. She's bouncing in and out as opposed to in the last round. She seemed to stand right there. Let's see, you know, you can see Miss Bliss is going to come out and try and make the same fight that we had in the first round. You know, so whose tactics are going to come out in the second round?
You can see Miss Bliss too, you know, using her size, using an advantage, their aggression to take it forward to Holly. Holly's key to victory in this fight, or even this round, will be moving those angles. How she's won previous fights is using that speed, that agility she'll have over Miss Bliss tonight.
Yeah, she's really going to have to do this. She's going to have to use her feet a lot, you know. She's going to have to jab and move, and not get caught up into these kinds of exchanges. You know, this kind of drama, it's tiring, you know, even though they only weighed the same on the scales. You never know, Miss Bliss, Elli Bliss, is she coming down in weight over the last week? Does she normally walk around at a heavier weight? You know, for Holly, you know, does she step out of bed in the morning, have breakfast and weigh this, you know, or yesterday, you know? So even though they're similar in weight, you can see that.
You can see the size difference here on screen, though. And,
yeah, it's apparent.
It's very obvious. However, Holly needs to use that agility, that speed to work her way around the ring to not get bullied by Miss Bliss, because the Australian's certainly taking it to a Kiwi fighter here at this stage.
You know, she surely is, you know. And you know, for Holly, a little bit of ring rust, you know, she's had a child, you know, she's been out the ring for a while, and she's coming back straight into this professional bout, you know, and is that playing in, you know, in this bout tonight?
I'm liking the way too Holly's moving around the ring tonight. We're seeing aggression winning a lot of fights tonight. Regardless of the angles moved by boxers, your volume thrown, aggression is certainly being the winner or key to victory here tonight on this Glozier promotion.
That's the one, yeah. It's always, you know, work rate. If you're throwing more shots, you know, if you're landing equally but throwing more shots, and the aggressor making the fight, then the judges are going to, you know, in a close bout like that, they're going to look at those different variables to make their call.
Good point too, Chad, to make that. You know, regardless if you're the aggressor or not, if you've got that extra kilogram, that extra few, you can use that to your advantage to bully, to throw around, and just, you know, your stance, even when you're absorbing punches, as you're fighting a heavier guy, once you throw punches to a heavier fighter, they just absorb them in a way that a fighter your weight class wouldn't.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, when it comes back, when they throw their shots back, smaller person ain't going to, you know, going to feel a bit harder, you know, not weather them as well. And yeah, totally, she's using that physical thing. And for the judges too, punches landed, let's say they're equal, but then it's all those other things. You know, are they getting pushed around? What's their facial expression? You know, what does the bout look like?
Out.
We get ready now for round 3. Don't forget, folks, this is a 4-rounder, 2x4 rounds, 2 minutes apiece. We are only halfway now. Holly looking good, coming out now, using that speed.
Yeah, that's what she needs to do, flick out the jab and stay on that bicycle, and, you know, and try to X that out on the side, you know. This Bliss, the Australian, is coming in. She's able to walk forward, and then they're getting stuck in these exchanges. That's what she can't do. She needs to throw, get out to the side, throw again, get out, throw, get out.
Nice work here now from Holly. He's throwing those feints. But it just seems like Miss Bliss is very strong in that walk forward style, shutting down the feints, the nimbleness here of McMath.
That's it, working the body. That's what she's going to want to do to slow the smaller, nimble Holly down.
Coming forward now, just throwing punches and bunches.
Yeah, and very fit, you know, she's barely breathing. You know, so if she has had to lose a bit of weight, she's done it really well. At this point in the fight, over halfway, doesn't seem to be easing.
Both girls throwing down, and this is what I love about this fight once again. I just want to reiterate, a lot of people come into their pro careers padding their fights. This is the best of the best. New Zealand's best against Australia's best, making their pro debut.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. You know, massive credit to Holly coming out and taking a fight like this. This isn't easy. And, you know, you can see this quality in these two boxers here.
And this is one for the purists. You know, they're moving the angles, they're throwing their aggression, and these are highly skilled female athletes.
And, you know, and you can see there, Holly just moments ago landed a big right hook over the top. And you could see the Australian just took it, barely blinked, you know, is that, you know, she's bigger body, can weather those punches well, and she did earlier.
She certainly did. Look, we're only halfway as well as we get into the final seconds of round 2. Stronger round here for Holly. Still a tough fight. I'm not even going to talk about what I'm calling so far. However, I know our fans back in Australia watching throughout New Zealand will have their opinions and thoughts on the scorecards.
Oh, totally. You know, you can see that at the end of the day, regardless of what people, you know, people at home think, what we think, the fighters know. And I feel they're walking back to the corner. The Australian, you can see that confidence in his swagger walking back. You know, she probably feels confident that she's ahead, and we're coming into this 4th round. You know, there's probably going to be a bit of desperation, yeah, out of the red corner, out of mayhem from Holly. She's going to have to come back and dig one out, in my opinion. Dig like a big one out in this last round.
That's a good point you make, Chad, but looking at the freshness of both fighters too, you know, Holly looks pretty fresh. She got a sweat on. There's a bit of you know, Miss Bliss is looking a little bit banged up. Not saying that she's ahead or down on the scorecards, but Miss Bliss is looking a slightly more banged up out of the two as we go into round 3.
Looking focused. I think looking focused. I mean,
here we go.
Through this bout, she's just been like, you know, like a bulldozer coming forward, and I'm sure this round isn't going to be any different. Here we go, the urgency from both boxers. Last round, everything's got to hang out now.
You're right, this is the last round, the money round, as they say. Both women have thrown everything down tonight, left nothing for the road home, and this round will tell it all.
That's what Holly needs to do, what she just did there, you know, just quick one, landed the right to the body, finished on a long left hook as she pulled out. You know, that's what she needs to do. She needs to land and get out, you know, instead of getting stuck in those exchanges where the bigger, sturdier person is, you know, going to knock her off balance and then make her look uncomfortable and have that, you know, kind of negative imprint on the judges.
Both women now showing they're only human. We're even seeing Miss Bliss slow down just ever so slightly.
Yeah, I mean, she's put in a lot of work in this bout. Both girls have. You see, the Australian, she's been real workhorse. She's been going non-stop.
We've got to love this rivalry, and it is certainly a Kiwi versus Aussie banger tonight as we go into the last 40 seconds of tonight's fight, the co-main event, or second co-main event, the second female fight of tonight.
That's what Holly needs to do. A little bit of head movement and fire from distance. She landed that nice, long right hand. She needs more of that. She needs a bit of real estate in between her and opponent so she can use her faster hands and use her nimbleness to get around the ring. This is where she doesn't want to be.
In the pocket now, these girls throwing down as it goes into the 10-second clap. But what a performance from both female fighters tonight, Chad.
That's it, and here we go, last 10. They're not easing up. There we go.
Back right from Holly. Another big right there from Holly. Both girls throwing down as the round ends. We go now to the judges' decision.
Turn rounds.
As you can see here now, both girls in the pocket. What a fight that was. We're just going through multiple shots here. Miss Bliss throwing out that feint jab, certainly the aggressor of the two, using that weight to her advantage in this fight, Chad.
Yeah, staying really sturdy, you know, and making Holly work, pushing her back. You know, for Holly to be successful, she had to expend a lot of energy moving side to side, and the Australian got inside and made her fight to her game, you know. But hey, we'll see what the judges have to say soon enough.
Look at that, stepping forward, looping left hook, big right hand.
That's the one. And there you go, straight on after, straight on. Lands her shots, takes those steps forward. You know, Holly's got out to the side. She's taking that step forward, put her right, you know, close to the ropes again, where she wanted to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Holly McMath and Elli Bliss Reynolds. We have a decision. Your winner, by majority decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Elli Bliss Reynolds.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Bliss, Elli Reynolds takes that out. The Australia versus New Zealand Trans-Tasman clash is kicked off with a bang there tonight, with Miss Bliss taking out that win.
Yep.